Boom shakalaka, new on-chain evidence for a Bitcoin double peak this year to prices you will not believe, plus why Ethereum is going to outperform every single DeFi project thanks to EIP 1559. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we're talking about new on-chain evidence for a double top this year, plus why EIP 1559 is going to propel Ethereum out of the atmosphere. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also come join us over on Twitter at @TheCryptoLove, where every week we give away one of these sweet shirts. Now, guys, in this right here from Charles Edwards, new evidence for a Bitcoin double bubble. In prior cycle tops, bounces were never able to hold unrealized profit and loss above 0.5. Only the 2013 double bubble and today have achieved this. So if we take a look, this is the Bitcoin price in black. In orange, we have the realized price. And as we can see, this line right here, the only time that Bitcoin price was actually able to stay above there was back here in 2013 and right now. In 2017 it did not, and way back in 2011 it did not as well. So this could potentially be evidence for the double top that everyone is talking about. Because guys, in case you haven't heard it, there is some insane fundamentals going on behind Bitcoin right now. First off, we have Coinbase. Brian Armstrong tweeting here, we recently received board approval to purchase over $500 million of crypto on our balance sheet to add to our existing holdings. And we will be investing 10% of all profits going forward into crypto. I expect this percentage to keep growing over time as the crypto economy matures. Now, in case you guys can't do the math off the top of your head, William Clemente did it for us. Coinbase, with $797 billion of volume in the first half of 2021, netting them $2.36 billion of profit. Well, if we take that first half price, multiply it by 2, take 10% of that, that's $472 million of buy pressure from Coinbase annually based off of the numbers from this year. But a dollar invested into crypto doesn't actually increase the dollar amount by a dollar. It actually does much more than that. Willy Woo has shown here in his study of Bitcoin market cap gain per dollar of net capital captured, it's presently sitting at $3.30 of price gain per dollar invested. So that means this almost $500 million would actually be more like $1.5 billion plus of buy pressure from Coinbase each year. And William Clemente saying, based on Willy Woo's model for the top here, 59,000, 98,000, then 180,000 for Bitcoin. Yes, please. But I have a chart, if you stay tuned to the end, that is much better looking than even the $180,000 suggested here. Now, as we can see, Bitcoin is making its way towards $50,000, and on-chain data shows that most buckets of addresses continue to accumulate coins. So you can see anything bluish is people selling, but yellow and red is accumulating. You can see most of this graph here is people accumulating coins. That is a sign that this breakout move is sustainable, because guys, the total Bitcoin supply that is being held by long-term holders, coins that haven't moved for at least 5 months, is making new all-time highs, as you can see right here, this orange line. As a matter of fact, it has not been this high since way back in October of 2020, when Bitcoin price broke out, going from $10,000 to $65,000. This could potentially propel the price to $325,000. But still, that's not the price that I'm talking about. This price, if you stay tuned until the end, will boggle your mind. Which brings me to this here, Raoul Paul. He's saying, I still see many people still calling crypto a bubble and thus think it is unsustainable. I mean, the price looks pretty crazy, and I'll grant him that. It does look pretty crazy. But if we go on to follow this tweet, he says the same with tech stocks and their overvaluation. As you can see here, aside from this bubble back in 2000, they've just been growing and growing and growing. And I mean, that was a bubble, but look at how much higher it is right now. He remembers personally saying the same thing about Amazon pretty much since inception. And look at Amazon's price. Keeps going up. But he didn't get that it was not a discounted cash flow business, but a future potential cash flow business, a network effect stock valued on Metcalfe's law. And thus it was exponential in nature and required log charts to understand. One bubble in 2000, the rest normal. So if we take a look, this is tech stocks, bubble in 2000, the rest on a logarithmic graph, just going up on a very, very standardized logarithmic progression. And the NDX is the same, one bubble in 2000, the rest is normal priced. And Bitcoin is the same, one bubble in 2013 right here, and the rest is a pretty mild one. It's a new business model, network effects. It forces us to rethink valuation, and 30 years of outperformance over time suggests we can't ignore it and write these trends off as bubbles. But they are volatile, and that's okay, as there's no reward without risk. And he says all that is done using one chart, without one chart of the Fed balance sheet as a denominator, because you have to remember that the Fed is printing infinite money, and there's only 21 million Bitcoin, and infinity divided by 21 million is, wait for it, infinity. So that's where Bitcoin price is going. But I was actually looking at this chart, and I saw something in this chart towards the end of it that was very, very interesting. And I wanted to share this one with you because a lot of you will recognize this chart pattern right here, and I'm sure you guys can see it, but we'll take a look at it over on TradingView. There is actually a gigantic multi-year Bitcoin inverse head and shoulders forming. This is huge, and this is going to bring the price up to way up here. So we can see left shoulder here, head here, right shoulder here. Well, when the Bitcoin price completes, all I have to say is that if you are at least a little bit bullish of Bitcoin, you better buy it before it reaches $100,000. Because what's going to happen is it's going to, all of this right here, 500x, or excuse me, 500%, 5x, it's going to do the same thing here, likely leading us towards somewhere around $500,000 to $600,000 by the middle of 2022, likely. So that is absolutely insane for Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin rises, so does the rest of the crypto economy. There's still so many people who have no idea about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, have no trust in it whatsoever. They still think it's something for criminals. And basically, they're going to be like your grandparents on Facebook, getting in way behind everyone else. Guys, we are still super early. I know, shocking, but yes, still super early. Which brings me to this last chart, talking about Ethereum and EIP 1559. As of right now, Axie Infinity is the only project generating enough protocol revenue to even be remotely competitive with EIP 1559. The current ETH burn rate exceeds all total revenue generated by all DeFi protocols combined. There's no chance any DeFi token is competitive against EIP 1559. Now, in case you don't know what EIP 1559, that's where they burn ETH. It's becoming a deflationary token. Not only is it the second largest cryptocurrency out there, but now it's going to be permanently deflationary within a few months. This is huge. If we take a look at this chart here, this dotted red line is the average ETH burn rate. And as we can see, the only thing that's even breaking through there right now is Axie Infinity. Everything else is well underneath of there. And guys, it may be where we see ETH take off, because if ETH can capture just 1% of all the money moved around in traditional financial markets, just 1%, that's a $40,000 ETH. Guys, if it captures 100%, that's a $4 million ETH. You have to actually think about these things and consider them, because you definitely don't want to miss these opportunities. So guys, that's all for today's video. I know, very exciting video, very exciting times in cryptocurrency. I can't wait to see how this whole thing turns out. I'm just holding on to the seat by the bottom of my pants, and I have an exit strategy, which I'll share with you in an upcoming video. And stay tuned for tomorrow's video, where I'll be releasing another 100x cryptocurrency. You'll definitely want to check out that episode. So I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.